skipped over? Yes, it did. Welcome back, guys. Time for more Higurashi tonight. I am just trying to. I'm gonna do something. So I don't normally see, I see the notice out of the corner of my eye every once in a while when we get ads, um, but I don't see it all the time, especially for the Twitch side. So what I want to do. My tablet is listening to me. Also, this is charging really fast. Holy crap. I was going to do the Twitch app, but if it's going to be like that, can I just do it via the browser instead? Because all I want to do is just have proceed. Is I just want a secondary thing going on where I can kind of see a little better what's happening, but yet it's going to kill it so that if an ad pops in, this way I can see when ads happen. I can hopefully see a little better when ads happen because now I'll see the ad down here instead of having to see it out of the corner of my eye for my setup on my streaming setup. So, but we are back with more Higurashi tonight. As always, of course, once again, to start, I am using the 7th mod for the game. Bringing in a few of the PS3 stuff in voice acting. When I'm reading, I will let the voice acting happen and then do my own terrible voice acting impersonation. When I also catch that they have finished their lines, because sometimes I start talking and they haven't finished their lines yet. Of course, this story does have some very dark topics in it. If you cannot handle those, please do not watch. As much as I would love to have the viewership, if you cannot handle the topics in this game, I would prefer that you take care of your own mental health. Anything else? No, not much else. Just be aware of those small things. I realized I did not. Do my pings. Okay, there we go. So, with all that said, oh, actually, I need to do this ping. I just thought about it. let's get started. Let's hopefully this time we won't have all the problems we had yesterday. Like that. Oh, come on. No way. Are you kidding me? No, nope. Oh, if I did this. Ha ha ha! I got around it. Okay. The function of the school as an educational facility is very questionable. Our PE class is exceptionally disorganized. The only thing we do together are the warm-ups at the start. The teacher isn't even there after that. All we do is play together. No helping it. Everyone's a different gender or age. The only rule was that we have to stay on school grounds while exercising. All the little kids were gallivanting about. Well, they certainly are being active. They might get plenty of exercise, but the Board of Education probably completely forgot about the school. Sorry to keep you waiting. We're all together now. What shall we do for today for PE? Alright, we have all of our members gathered now. Now then, class representative, what should we do for PE today? What shall we do? Mion harumphed and crossed her arms haughtily, surveying the area. Explosive power and endurance. There are no friends in the world of sports. Everyone is a rival. The only thing you can trust in is your own body. What the heck do you mean by that? You really read too much manga. I quipped without missing a beat. And so, we'll be taking a lesson from history, the tried and true king of all outdoor melee events. Let's play tag! It was quite the adorable choice to make after playing it up so much. Just what I was hoping for. The Dunderhead Keiichi shall be the first one to do it. I won't be beaten. I'll try my best too. You can't beat me. Why are you guys all so into it? The third rule of our society. You must partake in the game, enjoying it without question. Then this counts as a club activity? Everyone smirked at each other. They all seemed pretty confident. I'm a man. Physically, I should be able to keep up with any girls my own age. Regardless, Mion and Satoko looked like they were aiming for victory, and Rena was looking at me as if pitying my disadvantage. Fine. Tag, I'm in! My yell echoed across the school grounds. These were the rules. Anyone who was able to evade being tagged before the bell was a winner. But we didn't switch who was it. The ones who were tagged by it also became it. So the number of people who were it could increase exponentially. The end game would become a hellish siege.
ここいらではこの遊びのことゾンビ鬼って呼んでるけどね。
We call this version zombie tag, you see?
なるほど。食われたやつがゾンビ化するからな。
I see. Anyone infected by a zombie turns into a zombie.
なんでそんな怖いこと言うんだろう。だろう。
Why did you make it sound so scary, I wonder?
レナを捕まえたら生きたままお腹を食い破ってやるからな。
As soon as I catch Rena, I'm gonna tear out her entrails while she's still alive.
やだよ、ケイチ君。そんなのや。
Ew, gross, Keiichiku, that's gross. Rika-chan put her hand on Rena's head as she
大
panicked.
丈夫です。ケイチに食われる前に僕が優しく食べてあげますです。
Don't worry, before Keiichi gobbles you down, I'll eat you up gently.
リカ、それは全然慰めになってませんわ。
Rika, that isn't comforting at all. Both Mion and I nodded deeply.
最初の鬼、ゾンビはどうやって決める？じゃんけんか。
So the first it, how do you decide who's the zombie? With rock, paper, scissors?
一応授業時間だからね。問題で決めよう。問題を出すから答えられなかったやつがゾンビ。
Well, it is class time after all. Let's decide by answering questions. I'll ask the questions, and the one who isn't able to answer is the zombie. I had no idea which grade level they're coming from.
6は英語で。
What does the Japanese word roku mean? Huh? I was bewildered by the sudden question. Mion repeated
だ
it.
から答えるの。6は英語で。
So you need to answer. What's roku in English? By the way, that's 6.
6だ。
Haha. 6 da. It's 6.
なら靴下は。
How about kutsushita?
ソックスだね。
Okay. Socks.
アルファベットの後ろから3つ目。
What's the third last letter in the alphabet?
X ですよ。
It's X.
では性別は英語で。
What does seibetsu mean?
もちろんわかりますわ。それは。
Of course I know what it is. It's... Satoko cut herself off before finishing the answer. I see. It's quite a lewd question.
サトコは大人だもんね。知らないわけはないよね。
Satoko, you're an adult, aren't you? Of course you know what it is, right?
知ってますもの。知ってるもん。
I certainly do. Of course I know.
じゃあ言ってごらんよ。あれだよ。あれ。あれは英語で。
Then go ahead and say it. That, you know. That. What does that mean exactly?
サトコちゃん困ってる。かわいい。
Satoko looks like she's in trouble. How cute.
持ち帰るなよ。犯罪だからな。
Don't take her home. It's a crime. If I didn't nip it in the bud, she really might have tried to take her home. Mion's pursuit was relentless, making Satoko stammer.
さあさあさあ言ってごらんよ。大声で。
Now. Go ahead and say it, nice and loudly.
あれは英語で何という。
What does that mean?
知ってるもん。知ってるもん。知ってるもん。
I do know. I do know. It's...
ざっとですよ、ざっと。
That means a previously indicated person, thing, or event. Huh? All of us were a bit surprised by Rika-chan's unexpected answer. I see. Well, it certainly is what that means. That could have been awkward. I wonder what I would have done in Satoko's position. I'd probably get ticked off and just blurt out you-know-what at the top of my lungs. I wouldn't want you as an enemy, Mion Sonozaki. Thank goodness you were born a girl. If you were a boy, you'd probably be a perverted asshole.
仕方ありませんわね。
It appears I have no choice.
不詳、この北条聡子がゾンビ役を務めさせてもらいますわ。
Unfortunately, I, Satoko Hojo, shall assume the role of the zombie.
みんな食い殺してやりますですな。
I shall eat everyone! Seems like she's raring to go. Also for, what was the word? Seibetsu. I'm a little curious. I don't know exactly what that one means. Let's, okay. Seibetsu. Seibetsu. Just means special. Seems like she's raring to go.
100数えればいいんですの？
All I must do is count to 100, correct?
100数えるのはズルするやつがいるからな。俺の問題が解けたら追ってよし。
Some jerks skip numbers while counting to 100, so you can start chasing after you solve this problem.
ケイイチくん、簡単なのにしてあげてね。
Well, Keiichi-kun, give her a simple one, okay?
5分の1のケーキと6分の1のケーキと7分の1のケーキを一皿に乗せました。
1/5 of a cake, 1/6 of a cake, and 1/7 of a cake are all on a plate.
分母が違いますですの。
Oh no! There's no common denominators! Satoko grabbed a stick in a panic and began drawing a cake in fractions on the
ケ
ground.
ーキ1個を60秒で食べられるサトコがそれを全部食べるとお皿にはケーキがいくつ残っているでしょう。
If Satoko, who eats one cake in 60 seconds, eats all of them, how many cakes are left on the plate? Just as I finished giving the word problem, Mion shouted.
よーい、ドン！
Ready, go! On Mion's signal, everyone but Satoko scattered.
ケイイチくん、それ問題じゃないよね。
Keiichi-kun, that wasn't a problem at all, was it? Satoko had already lost the moment she started working it out. She's eating it all, so of course there's nothing left on the plate. Everyone dashed off in the direction they thought was best. I'm curious. Knowing the lay of the land, they probably headed right to the best spots. It was obvious I was at a disadvantage. At a time like this, it would have been more efficient to go along with those trained in survival skills. Like Mion, for example. The fact that I didn't realize it at the start of the game probably hurt my chances. Glancing back over the school grounds, I saw Satoko just rising up to start. She was really, really mad. She got tripped up on such a dumb question. I stood at one of the corners of the school. I had clear sight lines in two directions and would probably have a good response time if any zombies started closing in. For the time being, I caught my breath and focused on what I was trained to think during club activities yesterday. Now think calmly, Keiji Maebara. If I was it, what would I do? Increasing my numbers would be the shortcut to victory. then going after the weakest player first is the obvious plan of attack. Meaning, me.
さて圭一さんはどこでございましょう。
Now then, where could Keiichi-san possibly be?
逃がしませんことよ。
I shan't let you escape! But of course, what would be the best method to track me down? Footprints or smell, or maybe some type of trail. If I could craftily hide my tracks, then there would be no trail for Satoko to follow. But I was no detective. Would I even be able to do that kind of thing in an amateur game like this?
どう見た？岡村。
Tomita, Okamura,
圭一さんを見かけなかったでございませんこと？
have you seen Keiichi-san recently? What the heck? Do zombies hunt their prey by asking nicely where they went? Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun pointed to the location where I was hiding. After confirming she was headed in this direction, I abandoned my position. It wasn't easy to hide myself with all these little kids running around as they pleased. It was becoming even more obvious that I was at a disadvantage for not being familiar with these surroundings. If that's how it was going to be, then to confront this intelligence-gathering zombie, I just have to counter in a similar vein. I approached some girls playing with a ball.
すまんが伝言を頼まれてくれ。北条聡子にご両親が校門に来てるぞってな。
I'm sorry, but could you relay this message? Tell Satoko Hojo that her parents are at the gate, please. Message, message, ah ha ha ha.
いいよいいよ。
Okay, okay. I stopped the girls as they turned to run off.
待て、まだ行くな。
Wait, don't go
あ
yet.
と園崎美音にもだ。
Also, take this one to Mion Sonozaki.
先生が校門のところで呼んでるぞって伝えてくれ。
Tell her teacher's calling her to the gate. Mwahaha, I am quite the schemer if I do say so myself. If things went well, then Satoko and Mion would run each other at the gate. It'd put me at a disadvantage if more people were it, but this was Mion we were talking about. She'd figure out a way to escape. That was just fine, as long as it bought me more time. Mwahaha, dance for me, Mion and Satoko. In the palm of my hand. Having my fill of playing the con man, I looked for a place to hide. If you think about it logically, I'd only bought myself a scant amount of time. And it might even come back to bite me. Once it became apparent I'd start spreading false information through messengers, I could end up being the recipient of one of those messages. Satsuko would probably ask the messengers to help her look for me. That would mean there would be more zombies than participants in the game. The virus that was brought about by my mischief could cause an epidemic. All of my classmates would transform into zombies, and would only be searching for me. This tactic might backfire horribly. While trembling at the thought of the impending dawn of the dead, I began searching for a safe house. I found a shed by the incinerator behind the school. After climbing up to the roof, I held my breath. It wasn't a bad place to hold out. Not only did I have a good line of sight, but if necessary, I could jump off in 3 different directions to escape. It was getting rowdy down there. The lower grades were running around below the shed.
いないね、前原さん。
Maedbara-san isn't around.
そっちいた？
Is he over there?
いない。
No.
圭一さんどこだろう？お父さんが校門に来てるのにね。
Where's Keiichi-san, I wonder? His dad's at the front gate. That was definitely a lie. The word gate, the same one I'd used, gave a hint of revenge. So Mion was behind this. I was still keeping one step ahead of the game. I felt bad for my underclassmen, but they'd have to search until the school bell.
ねえねえ、圭一さん知らない？お母さんが急病で大変なんだって。
Hey, hey, do you know where Keiichi-san is at? His mom suddenly got really sick.
前原さんに伝言だよ。家が火事だから急いで校門に来いって。
A message from Maedbara-san. They said his house caught on fire and he needs to come to the gate.
前原さん家にジャンボ機が墜落したらしいよ。
A jumbo jet fell on top of the Maedbara residence.
警察が事情聴取に来てるって言ってた。
The police have come to question him. Anything goes now.
趣味は抱き枕のコレクションなんだって。
They say he enjoys peeping into bathrooms. Huh?
夜な夜なベッドで抱きながら寝てるって本当なの？
Is it true that he's going around every night stealing panties? Who are they talking about?
ふにふにの柔らかい感触がたまん
I
ない。
heard he wears panties on his head and smells them and stuff. No way I would do that!
委員長の写真貼り付けたのも貼るらしいよ。
I heard the class representative Mion was a victim too.
へ
Huh? Ugh! This was your doing, Mion! Calm down, Keiji Maibara. This is Mion's battle tactic to flush me out. Just hold on. If my underclassmen thought about it logically, they would know it's all nonsense. But small kids don't think about things logically. To them, all those things were true, so they all chuckled together while looking for me. Bwahaha! I win, Mion! It's my victory! Bwahaha! Wiping unrelenting tears away, I felt intoxicated by my own victory.
聞いた。転校生の前原さんって二次元萌えの人なんだって。
Did you hear? I heard that the new transfer student, Maibara-san, is a really perverted person. The cost of being Mion had too high a price. Ah! Oh, someone passed below. That's Rena and Rika-chan. Rika-chan, are you still okay? I'm getting by somehow. It seems Mi-chan is it as well. Mion? It couldn't be. She'd become it with my little strategy? This confirmed that Mion was behind this relentless message war. This wasn't good. We finally got away from Mi-chan, but Satoko-chan, she's... Satoko's searching around the pipes, so we should be safe here for a while. Upon hearing that, I breathed a sigh of relief. When Rena slept on the ground breathing heavily, Rika-chan had started creeping up to her. Rika-chan doesn't normally make noise when she walks, but it's strange. It couldn't be. Whoa, Rika-chan? What is it? What is it? Huh? It's okay. I'd never seen Rika-chan smile so creepily before. Why are you coming closer? Why? Rika-chan isn't a zombie, is she? Signed in on here. Oh, there's the ads. Oh man. We've hit ads. I'm gonna wait a moment on here. Try to let the ads go through. Oh, gotta love Twitch ads. Alright, another 15 seconds. Should be about time for the ads. That is an odd ad. Okay. Anyway, back to the game. Why are you coming closer? Why? Rika-chan isn't a zombie, is she? Don't be scared. I'll be sure to eat you gently. No way! Rika-chan? No! Rena was pressed against the wall, and Rika-chan lurched forward with both arms out, just like a zombie. Rena quaked with her back pushed up against the wall. It was quite a surreal scene of horror. Like one of those zombie breakout videos you'd see. At that moment, Rena's eyes met mine. Keiichi-kun, help me! Or save me specifically, but... Zombie Rika turned 180 degrees, exorcist style, and glared at me.
いたケイちゃん見っけ
Found him! I see Kei-chan! Leon popped out from behind the cinder block wall around the garbage dump, also seeing where I was. My position was only advantageous when there was one zombie. Being surrounded was not good.
ケイチさんを見つけたですって
You said you located Keiichi-san? I could tell that Satoko was rushing my way. It seemed that Rika-chan had let Rena escape. Now she was burying her fangs in my direction.
降りてこいケイちゃん
Come on down, Kei-chan. The three zombies circled the shed, moaning curses.
お前ら怖い
You guys are scary!
怖すぎる
Too scary!
ケイチさんの腹渡はどんな味がするのかしら
I wonder how Keiichi-san's guts taste.
ケイチさん
Keiichi-san.
ケイチも僕たちの仲間になってほしいです
Keiichi, I want you to become one of us.
誰か助けてくれ
Someone please save me! I saw Rena apologizing to me from across the schoolyard. An apology. Sorry. Leaving me for dead? Rena! I leapt off the roof out of fear, slipping as I landed. Satoko and Rika jumped on top of me and, after straddling me, they tickled me all over my body.
やめ
Stop! Stop!
ってことはあとはレナか
So that means Rena is still left.
チャイムまであと何分もないね
There isn't much time until the bell.
のれんレナ
Oh, jeez. I wish I could get that. I wish English had some, like, way for the emphasis like that. We don't really. Damn you, Rena!
よくも俺を見殺しに
How dare you leave me for the dead? The feelings of a zombie. I understood how vengeful ghosts with lingering regrets felt.
かわいそかわいそです
It's sad, so sad,
でもこれでケイチも仲間ですよ
but Keiichi's one of us now. It felt like I'd been bitten by a vampire was now one of their thralls. It was a strange feeling, being welcomed over to the side that had pursued me.
ゾンビ鬼なかなか奥深し
Zombie take is quite profound.
気取ってる場合じゃありませんわ
This is no time to postulate.
レナさんを捕まえるのですな
We must capture Rena-san.
校長が廊下を歩いてる
The principal is walking down the hall.
もうすぐチャイムが鳴るよ
The bell will ring soon. To devour Rena, I, who'd been turned into a demon of vengeance, needed to use any means necessary. Except I wasn't just a zombie. I was a master of the night. A vampire. Using the same trick that had tied the noose around my own neck, I used my classmates to further my evil designs. I gathered up the lower grades from around the school grounds.
みんな聞いてくれレナが大変なんだ今すぐレナを探し出してくれ
Everyone listen! Rena's in big trouble! All of you, please look for Rena!
前原さん家にジャンボ機が落っこちたことより大変なの
It's a bigger problem than a jumbo jet crashing to your family's house? Oh yeah, it had turned into that, hadn't it? Mion whistled nonchalantly, trying to avoid the blame.
ああジャンボ機なんか目じゃないぞレナン地に墜落したのはなんと小惑星だ
Yeah, it's not even in the same league as jumbo jets. What fell on Rena's house was a space colony.
小惑星ですって
A space colony? Oh god, that one was terrible. hold on. A space colony?
ああ
That's better.
宇宙人が作った装置でロシュの限界を解除しまさか俺もそこまでやるとは思わなかったしかも 続いて今度は100個も。
Yeah, it's a really big disaster. Everything in a 100-kilometer radius was obliterated. But that's only the prelude to this tragic tale.
地球軍の完全な誤算だ。
This is the beginning. The start of the war for independence by the propagandapality of Zeon. The lower grades were dumbfounded, their eyes like saucers at the grand turn of events.
地球軍って
What'll happen?
私たち宇宙人と戦争でもしてるんですか？
Will the Terran Federation lose?
このままでは地球は壊滅だ。しかしレナの放つ音速のマッハレナパンチなら小惑星を全て迎撃することができる。
That line, what he said, versus what this says, I couldn't understand the full thing, but I can pick up enough to tell you. What he said is not what this line says. But we will continue on with it. If things go on like this, they will! Only one person can defeat the Red Comet!
そう、地球軍のトップエース、それがリュウグウレナなのだ。
That person is Rena Ryugu! The lower grade students all gulped. It seemed I made them fully understand that the fight for Earth was lost without Rena.
さあチレ、同志諸君、レナを探し出すのだ。
Now scatter, comrades! We must find Rena! My comrades in the lower grades led an enthusiastic cheer and dashed off in various directions around the school grounds. Huh? There's still one person who hadn't gone.
でもたとえレナさんでも月を押し戻すことなんてで
But
きるんでしょうか？
I thought even the Terran Federation's impulse waved the fusil cannon didn't work on the Comet Empire.
心配無用だ。
You're close! That's the white variety of those comets.
つい先日もレナは地球に激突するはずの水星爆弾を一つ弾き飛ばしている。
The reason it didn't work was because they didn't know the weak point.
小惑星の100個や200個くらい音速を超える高速のパンチで一撃だ。
Of course, Rena knows their weak point all too well.
リュウグウさんってすごいんだ。
Ryugu-san is amazing. Satisfied with that, she also rushed off to look for Rena. It does seem like there are some promising up-and-comers amongst the youngsters.
ケイちゃんの才能をおじさんは改めて知ったよ。
Little Kei-chan's abilities. This old man knows them better now. Didn't really feel like she was complimenting me, but whatever.
しかしケイチさんもやるでございますわね。これは頼もしいですわ。
Really though, how exceptional, Keiichi-san. This looks quite promising.
でもこの人数なら勝てる。これだけいれば勝てるよ。
If we have this many, we can win! With this many, we will win!
ケイチはゾンビに立候補した方が良かったと思いましたです。
I was thinking that Keiichi would have been a better nominee for the initial zombie. Rika-chan's words stung a bit, but I'd let it slide for now. Not even Rena would be able to escape the entire class. As a result of everyone's thorough search, Rena was finally cornered to the back of the sports equipment shed.
怖いよみんな。ケイチ君まで怖いよ。
You're all scary. Keiichi-kun too. So scary. It was probably scary being chased around by the entire student body. All the lower grades closed in on Rena, saying she was the only one who could save the world.
みんなが何を言ってるのかわかんないよ。レナはパンチで小惑星なんか破壊できないよ。
But what are you all saying? I can't control a mech.
レナ、さっきはよくも見捨てたな。
Rena! How could you leave me for dead?
覚悟はできてるだろうな。
Are you ready to pay for it?
さっきはごめんねケイチ君。だって仕方なかったんだもん。
I'm sorry about that, Keiichi-kun, but I didn't have a choice.
おとなしく食い尽くされるでございますの。
Do not resist. Let yourself be devoured.
みんなで仲良しです。 ですよ。
Let's all be together.
さあレナ、念仏でも唱えな。
Now, Rena, say your prayers. Yeah! Rena had stumbled onto a mat, trembling with tears in her eyes. I closed in. Associating this situation with a similar, practically immoral one made my pulse quicken just a little bit. Satoko and Rika were both wiggling their fingers. They probably wanted to tickle Rena. Rena, wanting no part in what she knew was about to happen, went stiff with fear.
圭一君はみんなみたいなひどいことしないよね。しないよね。
Keiichi-kun, you wouldn't do mean things like this, like everyone else, would you? Would you?
さあどうかな。
I wonder.
さて覚悟は決まったかな。
Now then, are you ready?
いいよ、圭一君なら。
Okay, as long as it's Keiichi-kun. The face she made as she resigned herself to her fate made my heart skip a beat.
圭一君はひどいことしないってレナ信じてるし。
I believe that Keiichi-kun won't do horrible things to me. Body won't move. This has to be some sort of anti-zombie mantra. The second my sense of reason chimed in, the beast inside me died instantly. There was the bell. Game over.
やったやった、生き残ったよ。わーいわーい。
Yay! I did it! I did it! I survived! Yay! Yay! Rena pranced around merrily as if the curse had been broken.
あとわずかのところで日光が差し、悪のゾンビ軍団は廃人と帰したか。ヒロインが生き残るのは映画のお約束だもんな。
So daylight broke in the nick of time, and the evil zombie army disintegrated into dust. And so the heroine survived. Well, that's how it is in movies, anyways.
何を気取ってるのですの？ケイチさんがもたもたしてるから。
What are you postulating about? This is all because Keiichi was dawdling about.
お仕置きしますです。
Punishment is required. I was subdued by Satoko and Rika-chan, once again sentenced to death by 100 tickles.
許して。
Forgive me!
じゃあ生き残ったでしょうは竜宮レナと園崎美音。イエーイ。
Then the reward for surviving goes to Rena Ryugu and Mion Sonozaki. Yay!
あれ？みーちゃんゾンビじゃなかったの？
Huh? Mi-chan wasn't a zombie?
ふりしてただけ。敵を騙すには味方からって言うじゃん。
I only pretended to be one. They say you need to deceive your allies before you can deceive the enemy, you know.
ミオンてめえ。
I think that says it all. Mion, you little...
はいはい急いで着替えないとね。次の授業に遅れんなよ。
Yeah, yeah. Hurry up and change, alright? Don't be late for the next class.
離せサトコリカちゃん。いや
Again, I think that scream says it all. But... Let go of me, Satoko! Rika-chan! Having had my fill of being terrified to my very core by club activities, I solemnly swore I would have Mion crying for mercy next time. Oh, these like everyday sections are so good. After arriving home, I quickly made preparations to head out once again. I had agreed to meet with Rena to dig Colonel Sanders out of that mountain of treasure from before.
母さん、うちに軍手ってあるかな。あとタオル。
Mom, do we have work gloves? I need towels too.
表の物置の中になかった？
Aren't they in the shed out back?
タオルは洗面所ね。
The towels are by the sink. Alright, now I was all ready. Looking at me, Mom stared quizzically.
何ケイチ？すごいいでたちでどこへお出かけ？
Where are you going, Keiichi? Where are you headed in that getup? If they come to dump again illegally, he'll be buried completely and it'll be impossible to take him out. And if that happens, Rena will undoubtedly go after the Colonel Sanders in front of the fried chicken place in town.
ちょっと発掘に。クラスメートを犯罪者にしないために。
A bit of excavating, so my classmate doesn't become a roommate. Wow. Doesn't become a bit of excavating, so my classmate doesn't become a criminal.
あまり遅くならないようにね。
Don't be out too late. Mom returned to the kitchen with a puzzled expression still on her face. Cutting through the woods as a shortcut to the dam site, I ran into someone. It was Toмотake-san. Probably taking pictures of wild birds again with that precious camera of his. It couldn't be all that he took. It couldn't be that all he took pictures of was handsome young men in twilight.
いやー久しぶり。
Hey, long time no see.
ケイイチくんだったよね。
Keiichi-kun, right?
どうもその説は。
My due regards. I expelled the rude imagery from my head and greeted him without inciting anything.
そういえば彼女は君の知り合いだよね。
By the way, was that girl an acquaintance of yours? He's probably to talk about Rena. Guessing by the way Toмотake was shaken up.
あれは一体何だったんだい。彼女が無気味のナタを持って歩いてるんだよ。
What was that all about? She was walking around with a bared hatchet,
それもニヤニヤと笑いながら。
and she was laughing with a huge smile across her face. That was Rena, without a doubt. I expected she was grinning in anticipation of taking Colonel Sanders home.
身に危険を察して隠れたけど、警察に電話した方がいいんじゃないかな。
I hid myself because I thought it might be dangerous. Should I call the cops to be safe? Well, it certainly would be quite the spectacle for a girl of her age to be roaming around with a hatchet. Toмотake-san's reaction was the epitome of logical.
いいんですいいんです。ほっといてください。また犠牲者を探して徘徊しているだけですから。
It's fine, it's fine. Just leave her be. She's just wandering around looking for more victims. Toмотake-san was alarmed by my crass response. Well, it's probably hard for a normal person to understand Rena. I'll just toss out a bunch of baloney.
富武さんがここで殺されたら、多分犯人はあいつです。せいぜい嗅ぎ回らないようにすることですね。
If you were to be killed out here, she'd probably be the one to do it. Try not to snoop too much around here. With a condescending smirk, I started off in the direction of the dam site where Rena was waiting. Before I got too far, Toмотake-san abruptly called out to me.
ケイイチくん、それよそ者の僕への警告のつもりかい？
Keiichi-kun, is that meant to be a warning for an outsider like me? I didn't mean that seriously. I did try to make it obvious, but...
せいぜい気をつけることにするよ。
I'll try to be my best to be careful. Leaving only those words behind, Toмотake-san turned around and left. I didn't really mean to call him an outsider. I wasn't really implying anything when I said that. It was only meant to be a joke, but it felt like I'd said something bad. Keiichi-kun, I was waiting for you. Let's try our best today. I understood what Toмотake was trying to say. Somebody gallivanting about while waving a hatchet around certainly would seem dangerous.
ナタは鞘とかをかぶせて持ってこい。無気味はさすがにまずいだろ。
You should put a cover on that hatchet when you have it in public. It's not good to carry it around in the open like that.
なくしちゃったみたいでないんだもん。
It seems like I lost it, so there isn't one. Think about it. there really was no need to try to keep up appearances. Everyone in Hinamizawa probably already knew about Rena's eccentricities. She's probably the only person who would carry a hatchet around Hinamizawa and not be considered suspicious.
まあいっか。今日で決めるぜ。最後の針をぶっ壊せば引きずり出せるはずさ。
Oh well, let's finish this today. If we bust through this last beam, we should be able to pull him out.
準備万端。
I've got everything I need.
任せとけ。
Leave it to me. I took the axe from Rena and made my way up the unstable slope.
待っててね健太くん。今ケイチくんが助け出してくれるからね。
Just wait, Colonel Sanders. Keiichi-kun will save you.
よっしゃ下がってな。一気に蹴りをつけてやるぜ。
Alright, get back. I'll finish this in one go! A solid thwack rang out. Hinamizawa rang throughout Hinamizawa as if the job was being done by a lumberjack.
どう？
How is it?
うまくいきそう？無理そうだったら無理しなくていいよ。
Think you can do it? If it looks too hard, you don't have to strain yourself.
ここさえ折れれば、あとはなんとかなる。今日は気力も充実。いける。
If I can break through this, then we'll be good. I have plenty of power today. I can do it. But this adversary was more formidable than I expected. First of all, I'd never used the hatchet before. During a school camping trip, I had wanted to split the wood, but I lost at rock, paper, scissors wasn't able to do it. Because the spot where I was standing on was so unstable, I'd soon became tired and decided to take a break. Rena had already spread out a tarp and laid down some tea and sweets.
大丈夫。もう一息。今夜レナが寝るときには、健太君にお休みのキスができるようになってるさ。
I'm fine. I'm almost there. I'll make sure Rena can give Colonel Sanders a goodnight kiss tonight.
ありがとう健太くん。おやすみのキス。
Yeah, thanks. Giving Colonel Sanders a goodnight kiss. Oh.
そういえば、レナも転校生だったんだろ？前はどこに住んでたんだよ？
Come to think of it, Rena, you're a transfer student too, right? Where did you live before? I asked her nonchalantly while drinking tea. I thought she'd lived here all her life.
お、関東の方だよ。ここほどじゃないけど、やっぱり田舎だったかな。
Hmm? In Kanto, it wasn't as rural as it is here. But it was still out in the countryside.
なんで引っ越してきたんだよ、ひなみ沢に。ほら、ここって結構田舎だろ？
Why'd you move here? To Hinamizawa, I mean. You know, this is pretty far out in the
ケ
boonies.
イチくんはなんで引っ越してきたの？お父さんの仕事と関係あるのかな？
Why did you move here? Does it have to do with your dad's work?
うちの親父がアトリエを移したいって言い出したんだよ。こういう山奥がいいって前々から言っててさ。
Dad said he wanted to relocate his studio. He'd been saying for a while that somewhere deep in the mountains like this would be perfect.
アトリエ？ケイチくんのお父さんって芸術家さんなの？
It's interesting because they were translated to studio, but they called it an atelier, which is, I mean, it's a perfectly reasonable word to have left in if they'd wanted to. So, but studio? Is your father an artist or something?
風景画ばっかり描いてる。年に2回くらいはどっかで個展を開いてるらしい。
He paints scenery. Seems that twice a year he opens a gallery for the stuff he does. When he started, his works were displayed in an industry plaza in Tokyo, but now they're exhibited in the Makuhari Mess. He's determined to have them displayed in the Waterfront International Exhibition Hall.
それってすごいね。今度レナにも見せてね。
That's amazing! Let me see them next time. I was too embarrassed to tell her that I didn't really know what kinds of pictures my father painted. Well, eventually I would. I picked myself up while giving some vague answers.
でも楽器途中の転校だったんでしょ？大変じゃなかった？
But you transferred in the middle of the semester, didn't you? Wasn't that a hassle?
別に都会ってのには飽きてたし。
Not really. I was getting bored of the city anyways. I was trying to get answers from Rena, but ended up being the one giving out all the answers. With a bit of a wry smile on my face, I grabbed the handle of the hatchet and headed back to the worksite. The air grew colder as the sun slowly set. The Higurashi began their song, as if to tell me to stop and head home for the day. Just a bit more. Today, I would end it. When I first started, I chatted with Rena as I worked, but now I didn't have that luxury. Huh, you little... Damn it! I swung the hatchet countless times today, just like this. Contact. Shards of wood splintered. The assailants butchered the victim's body with hatchets and pickaxes. I recalled that passage from the tabloid. One hit with something like this would smash someone's head in. Axes and pickaxes are not meant to be swung at people. Ever. With one last swing, the beam cracked apart. The weight I'd put behind the hatchet not only split through the beam, but smashed the statue's shoulder as well. The arm came off with a sickening sound. It clattered down noisily, stopping at my feet.
どうしたの？大丈夫？
What's the
怪我
matter?
したの？
Are you hurt?
ごめん。人形の腕壊しちゃったよ。
Sorry, the figure's arm. I broke it off.
なんだ、ケイチ君が怪我をしたんじゃないかって思っちゃった。
Oh, that's all? I thought Keiichi-kun hurt himself. I probably had a really guilty look on my face. Rena said that without a hint of dismay as she
ガム
smiled.
テープとかでくっつけて、その上に上着を着せるもの。
We just need to tape it back on and put a coat over him.
絶対わからないよ。
Nobody will even notice.
そっか。じゃあ引っ張り出そうぜ。
I see. Let's pull him out then.
そっち持ってくれるか。
Can you get that side? They still haven't found one of the arms. I laughed dryly at how pathetic I was for considering the arm flopping down and rolling to my feet to be such a bad omen. Both Rena and Mion knew how sickening that incident was, so they pretended that they didn't know. I had looked it up all by myself, and shamefully enough, I was scared.
情けないぜ、前原圭一。よっしゃ、レナ。一気に行くぞ。
You're pathetic, Keiichi Maibara. Alright, Rena, let's do this in one go.
せーの。
Ready, and...
やったよ、ケイチ君。
Whoa, we did it! We did it, Keiichi-kun! Yay! Oh, and we got some ads. So it'll be just a minute. I'm getting a NASCAR ad. Alright. Second half the ads. Ninja Gaiden 4. I might look into that at some point. Okay. My ads are done. So. Whoa, we did it! We did it, Keiichi-kun! Yay! The right time to give 3 cheers. That moment of 2 days of work bearing fruit. He who was brought to Hinamizawa covered in filth to meet his end. Instead, we were able to welcome him back. You're pretty lucky, Colonel Sanders. Your new master is a pretty decent person.
わあ、ケンタ君だ。やっぱ可愛いよ。
Wow, Colonel Sanders, he really is cute. It didn't matter that he was dirty. Rena nuzzled him cheerfully with her cheek. I was dead tired, but seeing Rena's happy face made it all worth it.
じゃあ手伝うから持っていこうぜ。暗くなるとまずいだろう。
I'll help you carrying it back. It'd be bad if it gets dark.
そうだね。
Right.
ケイチ君、本当にありがとうね。この恩は忘れないね。
I really want to thank you, Keiichi-kun. I won't forget this.
恩返しは何がいいかよく考えておくよ。
I'll think real hard about how you can repay me.
どんな恩返しだろう。
What? I wonder what kind of repayment.
恩返しだ
I
ろう。
wonder. For now, I just hold back my evil cackle. We were ready to take it to her house, but we couldn't go like this. We rolled the statue up in the tarp and lifted him. And so Jack and Jill went down the hill, carrying a human-sized bag and an unsheathed hatchet. I prayed that we wouldn't run into Tomotage-san. If he saw us here and took a picture, we would need to get rid of him, lol. Is that meant to be a warning for an outsider like me? Something struck me as odd about Tomotage-san, unable to grasp my sense of humor, had left behind. Oops, I misread that a little bit, but I keep skipping words. I'm reading faster than I'm saying it. Oh. That's the end of the chapter already. Okay. New tip.
レナがいないです。ケイイチは知りませんですか？
Rena's not here. Do you know where she is, Keiichi?
あれたった今までそこにいたのにな。
Huh? She was just there, actually.
おいミオン、レナはどこ行ったんだ？
Hey, Mion, where did Rena go?
レナお手洗いじゃない？覗きたいなら止めないけど通報するからね。
Rena? Didn't she go to the washroom? She did say she's been having bowel troubles lately. I hadn't heard anything about
サ
that.
トコ、レナを知りませんですか？
Satoko, do you know where Rena went?
レナさんですの？さっき廊下ですれ違いましたよ。レナさんは日直だから花壇にお水をやらないといけませんので。
Rena-san, you say? I just passed her in the hallway. Rena-san has class duties today, so she's off to water the flower bed.
ああ、レナが日直か。そりゃお疲れ様なことで。
Ah, it was Rena's turn for class duty. Sounds like a drag. Rena. Upon hearing it repeated, a thought came to mind. It's rude to say this about someone's name, but it was a weird name. It was like some foreigner's name.
レナってどういう名前なんだろうな。レナって漢字だとどうなるんだ？
What kind of name is Rena, I wonder? What kind of kanji does her name use?
レナはあだ名なのです。ちゃんとした名前がありますですよ。
Rena is her nickname. She has a proper name as well.
そうなのか？俺はてっきり竜宮レナってのが本名だと思ってたよ。
Really? I was sure that Rena Ryugu was her actual name.
まあ確かにレナさんとしか呼んでませんから間違えるのも無理はないですわね。
Well, I can understand you making that mistake since we only call her Rena-san. She even signs her name as Rena. It's like her real name in school.
本当の名前はなんて言うんだろうな。レナが戻ってきたら聞いてみるかな。
I wonder what her real name is. Let's ask her when she comes back. Satoko and Rika-chan looked at each other.
聞かなくてもいいですよ。僕たちが教えてあげますです。
You don't need to ask her. We'll tell you what it is.
お礼の礼に奈良のな。竜宮レナが本名ですのよ。
It's the Rei from Ore and the Na from Nara. Her real name is Reina Ryugu. It's not Rena Ryugu, it's Reina Ryugu.
レイナか。
Reina ka. Reina, is it?
それでレイナじゃなくてレナって読むのか？
So it's read out as Rena instead of Reina?
面白い読み方だよな。
That's pretty interesting reading.
いいえ、違いますです。レイナで正しいのです。
No, that's not it. Reina's the correct way.
レナさんが言ったのですわ。レナと呼んでほしいって。だからレナさんなのですわ。
Rena's son has told us she wants us to call her Rena, so we call her Rena-san.
ケイちゃん、レナはレナだよ。レーナって呼ぶのは他人だけ。そこんとこ分かってるよね。
Kei-chan, Rena is Rena, you know. Only strangers call her Reina. You get where this is going? I understood what Mion was saying. It didn't matter what her real name was, only what names we used between us. Rena Ryugu is Rena. She's nobody other than that.
思ったんだけどさ、自己申請すれば俺も今日からあだ名で呼ばれるのか？
So I was thinking, if I had a nickname, what would you call me by that?
面白けりゃね。なんて呼ばれたいわけ？
If it's good. So what do you want to be called?
越後屋。
Con man. Rena then came back into the classroom. One of the juniors near the door told Rena people were looking for her.
あれあれ、誰かレナのことを探してたかなかな。
What's this now? Who's looking for me, I wonder? Seeing that, both Mion and I sneered.
お代官様、竜宮めがまんまと現れましたぞ。
Bailiff, Ryugu doth show herself.
いちごや主も悪よな。
Con man, you're quite sinister. Wahaha.
何かなケイチ君とみーちゃんが悪代官だよ。
What is
いちご屋だよ。
what is this? What is this? Keiichi-kun and Mii-chan are an evil bailiff and a con man?
おのれ竜宮レナノスケ、ここであったが100年目でおじゃる。いざ覚悟。
Damn you, Renanosuke Ryugu. Today doth be when thou meeteth thy maker. Have at thee!
スケさん、カクさん、こらしめてやりなさい。
Huh? Suke-san, Kaku-san, show them what for!
あやいさですわ。
Aye aye, sir!
報酬はスイス銀行に入れてほしいの
I
です。
expect my fee to be paid to my Swiss bank account. Since it's come to this, we have no choice. We'll just have a grand battle with 5 people. Rena's fierce punches exploded just as soon as she had shown her seal. The evil that was Mion and myself was vanquished in the end.
レナにはぜひ世直しの旅に出てもらいたいもんだ。永田町なんかどうだ？
I do hope that Rena does go on a journey to make the world a better place. How about heading to Parliament first?
ダメだよ。旅先で可愛いものちょろまかすから。
Spare me. I'll keep cute stuff for you on my travels. The toll of the bell signaled that breakdown was over.
ほらほら、ケイチ君もみーちゃんも先生来るよ。
Come on, Keiichi-kun, Mii-chan. The teacher's coming. I took Rena's hand and stood up. It was just that the teacher had entered the classroom. Just one more hour. Man, oh man. Gotta buckle down for one more. Oh, that was a fun one. We shall hit our save here. And continue.
どうだったケイちゃん。
How was it, Kei-chan?
レナさんの家に行ったでございますか？すごかったでしょ。
So you went to Renaissance House. Wasn't it amazing?
そんなことないよね。
It's nothing like that, right? Right? Unlike my house, the Ryugu residence wasn't newly constructed. It had been renovated from a pre-existing building. Well, the house itself was fine. The problem was the yard. There, it was crammed with rows upon rows of oddities. They were all the same as Colonel Sanders, stuff you'd see while walking around in town. The cake shop mascot, Little Licky. The Totalmon in front of the pharmacy. She even had the amazing flying elephant from the top of the department store.
そこまでは100歩譲って可愛いことにしてもいい。だがあの郵便ポストは変だぞ。ああいうのってまずいんじゃないのか？
I'll agree with you that those are cute, but why the mailbox? Won't you get in trouble for that one?
だって、可愛いだもん。
But, so cute. She must have just thought about it because her face was filled with delight.
出かけりゃいいのか？出かけりゃ。
So it's the bigger the better? Just as long as it's big.
で、お部屋には小さいものがごっちゃりと陳列してありますの。前に拝見したことがあるでございますわ。
And her room displays the smaller ones. I had a chance to see them before.
で、リカちゃんみたいな可愛い子は地下室にしまうのか？
And cute kids like Rika-chan are locked away in the basement?
うんうん、何でもしまっちゃうよ。はあ、可愛い。
Mm-hmm. I'll keep anything. Cute. so she takes anything she likes back to her nest. No ill will intended.
なあレナ、ニューヨークに自由の女神ってあるだろ。あれかわいいか？
Hey Rena, you know about the Statue of Liberty in New York, right? Is that cute?
かわいいよ。欲しいよ。
Yes, cute. I want it. The US should probably come up with some countermeasures ASAP. If not, the Statue of Liberty really will take a trip to Hinamizawa in the not-so-distant future. Satoko's face during that.
お待たせしましたです。
My apologies for keeping you waiting. Rika-chan had returned.
職員室に呼ばれるなんて面白くないよな。
No fun being called to the staff
なん
room.
かやったのか？
Did you do something?
失礼な。リカはケイチさんのような不良とは違うでございます。
How rude. Rika isn't a hoodlum like Keiichi-san.
違うよ、ケイチくん。リカちゃんはお祭りの実行委員さんなの。
Nothing like that, Keiichi-kun. Rika-chan is a member of the festival committee.
祭り？学校の文化祭かなんかの？
Festival? The school culture festival or something?
ケイちゃんこの前言ったじゃん。村祭りだよ。綿流しのお祭り。
Excuse me. Kei-chan, I already told you! It's the village festival, the Watanagashi! Oh, come to think of it, she did say there'd be a festival at the shrine during the next break.
その綿流しって何なんだ？
So what's this Watanagashi thing all about?
灯籠流しみたいなもんか？
Is it like a floating lantern festival?
最後に沢に流すってとこだけは同じかな。
I guess the last part where you set things adrift in a river are similar.
傷んで使えなくなったお布団とかとてらとかにね。ご苦労様って感謝して供養しながら沢に流すお祭りなの。
Except we use cotton things like worn out old futons and padded cloaks. It's a festival expressing thanks for their years of service. The people living in Hinamizawa dumped their futons and padded cloaks in a stream? It sounded like it'd be a lot of trouble if it backed up the current. Maybe they should just drop some fish in and have a fish wrangling competition. Skewer them and sprinkle them with a little salt. Oh man, I can smell it already.
それじゃあサマーキャンプですわ。ケイチさんって意外に想像力貧困でございますのね。
That's just summer camp. I can never anticipate how destitute Keiichi-san's imaginative capabilities would actually be.
なんで俺がくだらん想像をしたことが分かった？
How could you tell I was thinking something silly?
表情に出てましたです。
It was written all over your face. What sort of face could have expressed what I imagined just now? Rena demonstrated for me. I see. No argument there.
まあそんなに面白いものじゃないけどさ。
It's nothing fun like that, you see.
楽しみにしてりゃいいじゃん。
But you should still look forward to it.
みんなで行こう。
Let's all go together.
当日は迎えに行くからね。
I'll come get you that day. I don't really feel like going to festivals unless someone asks me to. I wouldn't get bored if these guys were going.
退屈どころか
You won't get bored.
今年もやるぜ。
We're doing it again this year. Mion's proclamation came as she looked at each member in turn. What was this all about? From the way Mion looked, it was probably
我が国の夏の風物詩綿流し祭四強爆投。
our club's summer tradition, the cotton drifting four demon firefight.
センスねえ。なんだよそのネーミングは。
That sounds awful. What kind of name is that?
レナは可愛い名前だと思うけどな。
I think it's a cute name though. I tried to object sharply, but since Rena looked happy about it, I decided it was pointless to fight.
ケイチもいますから、今年は五強爆投になりますです。
since Keiichi's here this year, it becomes 5 demons. Riku-chan made a small correction in light of my presence.
で、この仰々しいネーミングの部活動とお祭りがどう結びつくんだ？
So, how does this funky sounding club activity tie into the festival?
日頃部活動で培った実力をご披露するのでございますわ。
Oh, this is where you exhibit the skills you nurtured through your daily club activities.
その通り。日々の厳しい試練を乗り越えた精鋭中の最精鋭たる我々の実力を。
Exactly! We show the full extent of the abilities that are the best of the best have obtained through our daily trials and tribulations.
でも去年は村長さんに怒られたし、今年は迷惑をかけないようにしないとね。
But last year the mayor got angry, so we need to make sure not to cause any problems this time.
つまり露店巡りをしながら部活動をするわけです。
So basically, we're doing club activities while checking out the stalls. Riku-chan really is the only one who explains things that make sense. I see. So we'll be exhibiting on those busy festival grounds. Rena was right, of course, that it would be reason for the mayor to get angry.
でも楽しいだよ。
But it's a lot of fun. That was the only point I did not doubt. It would be, without question, fun. The day of the festival was drawing near.
じゃ、それはそれとして、
Well, putting that aside for now,
今日も始めようかね、部活動。
let's start our club activities for today. Any objections?
なーし
None. Our voice rang out in unison.
やっぱり人数が多いときはトランプが一番の王道だよね。
When there's lots of people, card games really are the easiest to play.
まさにこれぞテーブルゲームのベーシック。
This really is the most basic of table games.
また乾杯トランプか？
Playing with a marked deck again.
今日は新品。
We'll use a new one today.
傷はないから本当に条件は互角。
There are no marks on the cards, so we're on equal footing.
本当でございましょうね。そのカード改めさせてもらいますわ。
I wonder if that's really the case. I will have to inspect them. Well, that was fair. Just be safe, everyone check the cards.
これなら大丈夫だよ。
Yes, these seem to be fine.
みんな納得した？
Are you all satisfied?
じゃあ今日はね、大貧民にしようか。5人って人数もいい感じでしょ？
Then today, I guess, we'll play President. That's good for 5 people. Another standard card game. First one to get rid of all their cards wins. Basic rules. Play a better card than the one before. You can play straights and pairs. There are various techniques that improve the game, like reversals. But because it's such a well-known game, there are a lot of house rules for it as well. The name, for example. In my hometown, we called it Millionaire.
一応細部を確認しとくぜ。ジョーカーはオールマイティか？ 3は3枚でも革命可能か？
I'd like to go over some of the details. Are the jokers wild? Can you make a reversal with 3 threes?
ジョーカーはなし。2が最強。革命返しはあり。3でも4枚なきゃ革命不可。
No reversals. 2 is the highest. You can reverse a reversal. Or no joker, excuse me. 2 is the highest. You can reverse a reversal. You can only make a reversal with a 4 of a kind, not 3.
あとね、ゲーム開始時に貧民がいいカードを上納するってルールがあるでしょ？あれはなしなの。
Also, you know how the peasant sends a good card to the president? None of that. While I was confirming the familiar rules, Satoko looked over at me cautiously. I probably should have tried to look more of an amateur. I was pretty used to this game. It's president, and it's with a new deck. Today, I might be able to win. I had the gist of the rules now. But that wasn't everything, was it?
今日の罰ゲームは何でございますの？
So, what shall today's penalty be?
それなんだけどさ、みんなで何枚かメモに書いて敗者に引かせるってのはどうかな？
About that, why don't we all write something down on slips of paper and have the loser draw one? Oh, that seemed like it could be interesting.
では ケイチさんに引かせてやりますわ。
Oh, ho, 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 ho. I'll write a nasty one and have Keiichi-san draw it.
あんまりひどいのを書くと自分でわかってるじゃありませんの。
It would be awful if you wrote a bad one and drew it yourself. Just don't lose. Don't you know best? Oh. Mion handed out several slips of paper to everyone.
じゃあ適当に書いてこのカバンの中に入れて。
Then write down whatever and put it in this bag.
負けた人はこの中に手を突っ込んで1枚引くってことで。
When you lose, stick your hand inside and pick one out. Now then, what would be a good penalty? Worst case scenario, you draw what you wrote. Something too intense would be like digging your own grave.
何もなしって書くのは禁じ手にしましょうです。
No penalty. Let's forbid that kind of idea from being written down. Riki-chan's casual suggestion caused Mion's hand to lurch to a sudden halt.
ミオンさん卑怯ですわ。
That's so sneaky, Mion-san.
何もなしって書いて角を折ってあるんですの。
She wrote no penalty in the card. The corner of the slip is folded. I see. Just in case you lost, grab the note with the folded corner and you'd be safe. That was a good idea. Diabolical as ever, Mion. Rika-chan was quite formidable too, being able to see through that. I couldn't underestimate her even though she doesn't stand out.
みんな、あんまり意地悪な罰ゲームはやめようね。
Everyone, don't write penalties that are too mean, okay? Nobody agreed to Rena's proposal. Everyone was ruthless.
大丈夫だよレナ。負けなきゃいいんだからな。
It's fine, Rena. Just don't lose.
そうだね。
Yeah, that's true.
よし、頑張ってレナの罰ゲームをみんなに引かせるぞ。
Okay, I'll try hard so everyone has to pick the penalty I write. Rena was quite brutal even though she usually appeared meek. Better not underestimate her either.
同感ですわ。
I agree with that.
特にレナの罰ゲームってのがとっても気になるでございます。
I'm very curious what Rena's penalty is in particular.
誰の罰ゲームでも怖いです。
Everyone's penalties are scary. I still didn't know what Rika-chan's penalties would be like.
つまりこのゲームには負けられないってわけ。ご一同覚悟はいいね。
Basically, you can't afford to lose this game. Everyone here ready? We all nodded determinedly. Having confirmed that, Mion dealt out the cards. I'm good. I'm going to sleep in like 20 minutes. I don't need to eat. Finally, the battle begins. I had a decent starting hand. Card after card was played in the middle. Not needing Mion to tell them, both Rika-chan and Satoko played their cards without hesitation. Ren and I were the only ones who paused to think. It seemed that Rena generally couldn't make up her mind, but I was different. I was like a shark stalking its prey, just waiting for the right time to strike.
あれ
Huh?
これ通るのかよ。じゃあ3出して上がりだぜ。
Will this work? Then I'll play this 3 and I'm out.
いないですの。8、7、上がりでございます。
9? Nobody? 8? 7? I'm out.
5と5、
5 and 5.
上がりますです。
I'm out.
じゃあ最後の1枚を捨てて上がりね。
Then I'll discard this last one and I'm out.
気を逸したか。
I missed my chance. The loser of the first round was, of all people, Mion. And now I was certain. Today, I could win!
じゃあみーちゃん、この中から1枚引いてね。
Now then, Mi-chan, pull out one of the slips, okay? Mion, accepting her defeat, scrounged around inside the bag and pulled out one piece of paper.
誰これ？書いたやつ
What? Who did this? Who wrote this? Mion quivered and shrieked.
どんなの？どんなの？
What is it? What is it? Huh? Rena was also surprised when she peeked at it. What kind of terrible thing was written on it? Pet the principal on the head.
ちょっと待て。これがどうやばいんだ？
Hey, wait. How is this bad?
圭一さんは気づきませんの？校長先生は頭髪が薄いことを恥ずかしがってますの。
Keiichi-san, do you not understand? The principal is ashamed of his thinning hair. Satoko yelled with a serious look on her face. But she wasn't as loud as Mion's shriek. What could it be?
校長先生は武道の達人なのです。
The principal is a martial arts master.
若い頃は世界を修行して回って武術の奥義を極めきったと豪語してますの。
He boasts about traveling around the world, perfecting his skills when he was younger.
戦後の日本の教育の乱れを憂いて教育者に転校したんだって。
He switched to teaching after seeing the poor state of education in Japan after the war. He was inhuman. Pet that guy's head?
部長の私が模範を示さないわけにはいかないね。
As the club president, there's no way I can set a bad example by refusing. She bellowed out a yell as she dashed off down the hallway.
静かにこっそり行って穏便に済ます方が有利じゃないのか？
Wouldn't it have been easier to sneak out quietly and try to do it without making a fuss?
多分無理だよ。
Probably impossible.
だって気配でアメフラシが探せるって言ってたし。
They say he used to hunt sea slugs just by sensing their presence. I could do nothing but wait with bated breath. Kerpow! A rumble shook the classroom.
校長先生、超奥義発動です。
The principal's special launcher move just started. Following the launcher with a jab jab strong fierce combo. Oh. And we're on ads too. I'm sorry guys. I'm holding that for just a moment. Oh man. Just waiting for these last couple ads to finish. Okay, ads are back. Following the launcher with a jab jab strong fierce combo? He's even using meter!
ジークンドーだな。
From how it sounded, the principal's jumping fierce sounds like a multi-hit combo. The worst part is I understand all of this. I understand all this talk because it's all fighting game terminology. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Nothing I could do now except stay calm. I understand now why there was no delinquents at the school. After a few moments of silence, Mion slumped back to us.
撫でた。これでいい？
Petted. Is that good enough? Mion said before collapsing.
とりあえず生きてますわね。ゲーム続行は可能でございますわ。
She's alive at least. Now we can continue the game.
鬼。
monster. I was amazed the person who made club activities like these could say that.
でも
But now,
これで一番おっかない罰ゲームはなくなったね。
the worst penalty is gone now, right? Right? Rena tried to lighten the mood. It was only met with Mion's malicious grin. She was serious now.
もう手加減しないからね。あんたたちにも思い知らせてやろうじゃん。
I'm not holding back anymore. You'll all get yours. The pace of the game became bizarrely quick. I could tell the game had gotten more intense. Ace, 3, 4, 5. I'm out.
これで僕も上がりますです。
I'm out as well.
俺も上がらせてもらうぜ。
I'm out too.
これで上がりですな。
3, I'm now out.
負けちゃったよ。
I lost. And the heavens chose to vanquish Rena.
どんな罰ゲームだろう。どんな罰ゲームだろう。
What kind of penalty, I wonder? What kind of penalty, I wonder? It wasn't exactly hard for her to be worried. Just thinking about the level of difficulty of Mion's first penalty still made me quiver. And so, the penalty she drew with trembling fingers was... The heck was this? Speak like a maid.
何これ。
Huh? What is this?
これってどうすればいいの？
This one, what do I need to do?
ってことはつまりそういう口調で喋れということではございませんの？
So basically, it means you have to use the same expressions as a maid?
はい、ご主人様。
Okay, master. It hit me like a ton of bricks. I had no idea who wrote that penalty, but she was awesome.
じゃあレナ、カードを集めてみんなに配ってくれるかな。
Then, Rena, could you shuffle the cards and deal?
はい、ご主人様。
Yes, master. I could just die right now.
とにかくゲームを続行しよう。なあレナ。
Anyway, let's continue. Right, Rena?
ご主人様。
Yes, master. The eagerness to which I was goading Rena into addressing me as master was downright impressive, if I do say so myself. Yeah,
もう負けないよ。上がり。
I won't lose anymore. I'm out.
私も絶対負けられないでございますのよ。
I shan't lose either.
上がりましたです。
I'm out.
ならこれで俺も上がりだ。
And then with that, I'm out too.
そんな。
I can't believe it.
またレナの負けでございますか？
Is it Rena's loss again? Rena again. What kind of penalty would it be this time? I was delighted by a mysterious sense of anticipation. Anticipation? No, this was conviction. Remove one item of clothing from the top and bottom halves of your body.
それはまずいだろう。誰だよこんなの書いたの。
That's just indecent. Who could have written this? My face reddened in anger. If I didn't yell something out, I wouldn't be able to hide my shaking. Who did write that? God, please give that man a Nobel Prize.
きっとノーベルスケベ賞ですわね。
That would be an ignoble prize. Not good, not good. What I was thinking about was written on my face.
みーちゃん。
Mii-chan. Rena begged Mion with teary eyes, but everyone knew Mion's answer already.
はいはい。甘えない甘えない。負けたら潔く。
Nope, nope. Won't go easy on you. You lost, so take it like a man.
わかりました、ご主人様。脱ぎます。
Understood, Master. I'll just... What? I looked around, thinking somebody else would probably stop her. Of course, I wasn't exactly trying to stop her either. Then I heard the rustling of clothing. The sound of her skirt hitting the ground sent my heart racing.
これでよろしいでしょうか。ご主人様。
Is this fine, master? I looked away like a gentleman. But these club activities, you needed to be ruthless after all.
なんだ
Oh.
ケイイチさん、何を期待してますの？
Keiichi-san, whatever were you expecting?
下に体操服着てなかったらさすがに脱げませんわ。
Certainly we would not have her strip if she wasn't wearing her PE clothes underneath. Satoko poked fun at me, but right now I can't hear it.
ケイちゃんもやるね。こっちの方向で攻めてくるとはおじさん予想もつかなかったわ。
Not bad, Kei-chan. This old man never thought you would go after her like that.
違うこれは俺が書いたんじゃない
You got it all wrong. I didn't write that one.
ご主人様が書いたんじゃないんですか？
Master didn't write this one? Her squirming around in her PE clothes made it impossible for me not to feel anything. Calm down, Keiichi Maepara. Mion probably wrote that one and planned to go after me as I panicked. You can't fall for her trap after knowing it's a trap. Clear your head. Calm down and assess the situation. I was determined to think my way out of this. And the answer was quite simple.
俺は
I win! I then became a god. I, who had already entered the domain of godhood, what would dare stand in my way? It was like they were pulled to me magnetically. I was picking up aces and twos like nobody's business.
なんでこんなにカード運が悪いんでございますの？
How could my luck and draw be so bad?
サトコの負けだな
Satoko lost, right?
引くぞ
I'll draw the penalty.
妹口調で喋る
Speak like a little sister.
はいお兄ちゃん。
That one stabbed. Fine, Oni-chan. Yes! The pleasure of making this brat disgrace herself. Ah!
またおじさんの負けじゃん。
This old man loses again?
ミオンの負けだな
Mion's lost, right?
引くぞ
I'll draw it
女
out.
子スクール水着に着替える
Wear a girl's school swimsuit. The way that was said, that was perfect.
ケイちゃんに引かせたかった。
No, that's what I wanted Kei-chan to get. Yes, Mion's despair was like sweet honey.
ご主人様、また負けちゃいました。
Master, I lost again.
レナの負けだな
Renan lost.
引くぞ
I'll draw it for you.
1位に膝枕
Let the person in first place rest their head on your lap.
この格好でですか？ご主人様。
In this outfit, Master? Yeah! She's not wearing a skirt, so it's her bare legs.
お兄ちゃん、強すぎですの。
Oni-chan, you're too good.
サトコの負けだな
Satoko lost again?
引くぞ
I'll draw it.
1位にご奉仕
Obey the person in first place.
肩でも揉んでもらおっかな
How about I have you give me a shoulder massage?
お兄ちゃん。
Fine, Oni-chan.
ほらもっと奥まで
Come on, do it a bit harder.
爪立てんじゃねえぞ
Don't use your nails. Oh god, it's going to his head so badly. I had transformed to the evil dictator and couldn't be doing any better. It felt like I could control how the cards played out with my mind, even decide which suits would appear just by willing it. By the time I had realized it, I had already assembled a harem. I was laughing haughtily as I rested my head on Rena, who is now a boomer-clad maid. Satoko was wearing a collar and had taken on little sister properties. Mion was fanning me while wearing a school swimsuit.
今日はご
today's master's overwhelming victory, isn't it?
あんまり頭をゴロゴロしないでくださいまし。
Please refrain from moving your head around so much. I began to think, what does man have no end to his desires? How could I wish for more than this palace of dreams?
どうしましたですか、ケイチ？
What is it, Keiichi?
どうして人の欲望には限りがないのか。
I'm saddened by the thought
憂い
of
てい
a,
たのさ。
I'm saddened by the thought of a man having no end to his desires. That was it. Rika-chan hadn't been first, but she continued to escape being
ケイ
last.
チは欲張りさんですよ。春を知るとも言いますです。
Keiichi's quite greedy. It said you should know when enough is enough.
十分理解してるよ。なんて言うのかな。
もう死んでもいいって感じ？
I know that very well, but how do I say it? I feel like I wouldn't mind if I died now.
ご主人様、あんまりゴロゴロしないで。
Master, please refrain from moving your head around.
死んでもいいって叶えて差し上げますですよ。
You say you wouldn't mind dying, then that can be arranged. Rika-chan said it in her usual calm manner with a cheery tone. This was undoubtedly a declaration of war.
いいぞリカちゃん、やっちゃえ。
Go, Rika-chan, go! Take him out!
このドスケベ大魔王やっつけるでございます。
Defeat this archdevil of pervasion.
僕では勝てないかもしれませんですが、やっつけますですよ。
I might not be able to win, but I'll beat him. Such stoicism from this little girl is always hidden away in Satoko's shadow. It would probably be rude not to meet her head on. I shall face you myself, little one. I saw Mion swap a few cards with Rika-chan in the middle of the game, but pretended I didn't see it. Do you believe you can defeat Keiichi-sama with just that?
2です。
2.
エースエースエースです。
Ace, ace, ace.
8888革命しますです。
8888 reversal. Everybody looked over at me. I was still brimming with confidence. Mwahaha! The four of them have allied against me. That's it? You're making me laugh.
ありだったよな。
革命返しだ！
That was good. Reversal, reversal! What?
そんなバカなことがあるわけ。
How could such a thing? Satsuko let out a shriek. Mwahaha, you simpletons! Using up all of her cards before calling the reversal left Rika-chan with no good cards. She was defeated soon after.
僕の負けです。
I lost.
ついに我が軍門に下ったり。さあ一枚引くぞ。おー！
Finally, you fall into my clutches! Now I'll pick one out! Oh! Wear cat ears, a bell collar, and a tail. Even the penalties were as I wished! Rika-chan hung her head and equipped the 3 holy artifacts. It's questionable as to why such things were in Mion's locker, but since I had no objections, I didn't ask. It's... Ugh! That was so... Ow! I felt like I'd become Rena. This was definitely cute!
かわいいよね。ね
Cute, isn't it? Isn't it?
え。お持ち帰り。
Oh, I want to take her home. That wasn't me talking. That was the actual Rena.
み。
As Rika-chan mimicked the cat, teary-eyed, rings of smoke escaped from Rena's ears with an audible
リカちゃん、お持ち帰り、お持ち帰り。
Rika-chan, let's take taking her home.
ちょっとだけだよ。変なことはしないんだよ。しないんだよ。
Just for a while. I won't do anything strange. Nothing strange.
そうか、その手が残ってたか。
I see. I still have one drink left! Mion gasped and dropped her fist into her open palm.
レナがどうしてもって言うなら僕はお持ち帰りされちゃうです。
If Rena must, she can take me home.
レナさんにケイイチさんが倒せたらですわ。
After Rena-san beats Keiichi-san, she can! They thought that Rena in cute mode would be able to defeat me. Would it be that easy? Opposing me was the same as opposing God. I'd teach them their place.
証拠罪だ。
How preposterous.
レナなど返り討ちに。
That Rena can't defeat me. Eh? For a moment, I didn't know what was going on. The 52 cards danced and flowed freely between Rena's hands like the machinations of a master magician. In the middle of those flowing cards was Rena's ecstatic expression, her head bobbing about.
やろケイイチくん、早く。
Shall we, Keiichi-kun? Hurry, hurry! My whole body knew it already. I was going to lose.
出ない？
No play.
出ないのケイちゃん。
Nothing to play, Kei-chan.
ならこれで。
Then with this,
ガリ
I'm out! Everyone cheered. I was spent.
悔いはないさ。神様。短い夢をサンキューな。
I've got no regrets. God, thank you for letting me dream a little.
さあ引くでございますよ。ケイイチさんの罰ゲームこれですわ。
Now then, I'll take it out. Keiichi-san's penalty. This is it! Everyone peeked at it in unison, gazes flicking between the text and my face.
今日一日はしゃがせてもらったからな。何でもやるぜ。内容はなんだ？
All day today I did as I pleased. I'll do whatever it is. What's on there?
全部。
All.
Huh?
Huh? Every penalty up until now.
なんだそりゃ。
What the heck? And with that, Keiichi sacrificed to the gods.
ケイイチさん、言葉遣いが弟属性になっていませんでしたよ。
Keiichi-san, should you not be speaking like a little brother?
はいお姉ちゃん。
Yes, One-chan.
うわー、これはやみつきになるでございますわ。あと肩も揉んでもらいますわよ。
This is quite addicting. Next I'll have you rub my shoulders.
ケイイチくん、膝枕はいいからレナにもね。
Keiichi-kun, I don't need the lap pillow. So do that other one, okay?
はい、ご主人様。
Yes, master.
ケイイチくん、それすごくかわいい。もっと言ってもっと言って。
Ah, Keiichi-kun, that's so cute. Say it again. Say it again.
あーもうお許しください、ご主人様。
Please spare me, master. Rena passed out with a squeal, blood spewing from her nose like a fountain. My dignity was being trampled more than a communal doormat.
次はおじさんだね。まずはのんびりとうちわで仰いでもらおうかな。
Next is from this old man. I'm gonna have you fan me for a good long while, you know. Foosh, foosh.
あ、そうか。
Oh, I almost
こ
forgot.
れも着ないとダメだよね。
You need to wear this, don't you?
スクール水着。
The school swimsuit.
それ女子用だろ。俺は男子用でいいんじゃないのか。
This is for the girls? Can't I wear the one for the boys?
ここにちゃんと女子スクール水着に着替えると と明記してございますわ。
It was clearly written here. Wear a girl's school swimsuit, as you can see. Satoko was like a loan shark. Actually, me trying to escape reality as fast as humanly possible is pretty adorable, if I did say so myself.
だって誰のスクール水着を着るんだよ。嫌だろ。俺なんかに着られたら。
But whose school swimsuit am I gonna wear? If I were wearing one of yours, you wouldn't like it, right?
おじさんそういうのは全然気にしないから。いいじゃん、役得でさ。私スタイルすっごく悪いから、ケイちゃんでも着れないことないと思うよ。
This old man doesn't care about that kind of stuff. Think of it as a little benefit. I'm not that in shape, so I think even Kei-chan can fit into it. The executioners surrounded me, wagging their fingers. I'm not even gonna repeat that one. The actual voice actor was enough for that one. My first thought, it's tight around the waist. Second thought, the chest area was pretty loose. Third thought, the crotch area was, ugh.
ケイチくんかわいいかわいい。
Keiichi-kun is bending forward. Cute, cute.
あとこれに猫耳と首輪と尻尾をつけて完成しますです。
You'll be ready after wearing the cat ears, bell, and tail.
ケイちゃん、鏡見る？いやマジすごいって。
Kei-chan, wanna look in the mirror? It's amazing, really.
多分見といた方がいい。
It's probably best if you look. The stern, scientific, calculating nature mixed in with her fascination made Mion very scary.
遠慮します。ご主人様。
I would like to respectfully decline, Master.
これで出来上がりですわね。このままの格好で下校するってのもあればよかったですのに。
Your ensemble is complete. If only we could send you home dressed like that. Oh.
じゃあもういいかい？着替えてさ。
Then, is this enough? I'll change in. While I was saying that, Mia placed her hands on my shoulders, and Rika-chan slipped up behind me without a word.
まだです、ケイチ。
Not yet, Keiji.
一番最初にやった罰ゲームが残ってますです。
There's still the first penalty left.
この格好でか。
In this get-up, Rika-chan petted my head without saying a word.
よし、失礼します。
Sir, excuse me.
入りたまえ。
I stepped forward into the principal's office. My bell collar jingled adorably. The principal froze solid with a smile on his face as he saw me. I couldn't blame him. In this sacred place of study, specifically in his office. Though I said excuse me as I entered, the sight of a person entering with a school swimsuit, cat ears, a collar, and a tail, and for it to be a young male student, without a doubt, any normal person's psyche would have stopped cold. But this could be explained. We'll call it uncanny valley camouflage, if you will. When humans see others, they can only begin to act after confirming this is human. Meaning that if he could not comprehend what was in front of him, then in those moments before he could begin to fully process the situation, his mind was completely blank. That was my one and only chance for victory. My penalty, rubbing the principal's head.
こっちよー。勝負。
Principal, I challenge you! Shing sound echoed loudly. He went straight for the special move? The principal said one thing to me.
男とは何ぞや。
What does it mean to be a man? And in a heartbeat, boo! That tremor resounded throughout the Hinamizawan twilight. Oh. Is that the chapter end or just a part way through? It's just a part way through. All right. But that's where we're going to end it because it's midnight for me. And that is a fantastic spot to end it. That was hilarious. That was I feel like it was hilarious, but others might not, and that's okay. I love the humor in this story. Does it go a little far points with that? Oh yeah, 100%. But come on. Everything getting turned around right back onto him. That is one of the most karma is a bitch moments if you could ever get. So, of course, as always, please remember that everything you see in this is, of course, fiction. There are, uh, even if there's some references to potential real life things, again, it is just using references and nothing is has actually happened. But as always, if you have not yet, a like and subscribe on YouTube are of course helpful. A follow on Twitch is helpful. If you would like to donate via Twitch bits or subscriptions, that is always appreciated. As we wrap up today, have some fun with your friends, guys. Find ways to make things a little more fun, a little more crazy. I wouldn't say go that crazy, but you never know. Like having a little bit of a get a little more serious mode and having like a challenge for the loser. The punishment game ideas. It's a fun way to play every once in a while. So, as long as you keep it reasonable, and everyone is willing to play along. So, as I say that, have a good night. Stay safe out there, and as always, don't get too salty.